So good evening and happy Sunday everyone. Welcome to Small Talk with me, an IG series. And tonight we are on our episode 4. Our topic for tonight is all about self-care, make an appointment with myself. Our guest this evening is a professional based in UAE since 2012, and she is an independent woman with confidence and passion on her craft. She loves fashion, specifically bags and clothing, and loves sharing her skincare tips. She's a part-time model. She's my sister, so let us give a virtual round of applause to our special guest. Ayan. So, ladies and gentlemen, friends, let us please give a virtual round of applause to our guest for tonight, Carmininis. Okay, so once again, I would like to ask our audience who joined us for tonight's episode to comment down their questions for us to answer later. So, a while ago, we were talking about, we were already having a talk about our topic for tonight, which is all about self-care. So, in Tagalog or in Filipino ay pag-aalaga o pangangalaga sa ating mga sarili. Now, when it comes to self-care, what is your definition or what is your concept about self-care?
Self-care for me, it's I will emphasize the word conscious. It's a conscious act one takes to take care of its physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health or well-being. It's a conscious act because you take actions. You take actions on this aspect of your as a person. I mean, as your well-being. So it's a conscious act to take care of yourself. You will not be, you will not be able to take care of others unless you take care of yourself. So this is my personal point of view on this.
I would like to give emphasis on what you have shared about it is a conscious act. I like that. That is on point. It is a conscious act. And at the same time, for me, it is something that we have to establish within ourselves. No?
Correct.
It should be a practice. It should be a practice in order for us to prevent, and in order for us to deal with illnesses. Especially right now, di ba? Na we really have to have that conscious effort. So, gusto ko yung part doon na sinabi mo na it's a conscious effort because everybody should take good care of their well-being, of their health. Okay. Speaking of health or self-care, we have these 7 pillars of self-care. So we have the knowledge and health literacy. We have the mental well-being, the physical activity, healthy eating. Oh my God. Bigla ko natawa doon. Healthy eating, risk avoidance, and good hygiene and rational use of products and services. But for tonight, we will just be focusing, or we will just talk about the physical activity and the psychological or the mental well-being of a person. But let me have first a disclaimer that we are not experts and that we will be talking about our personal experiences on this aspect. Okay, so right now, I will be talking about, and also Carmininis will be talking about the mental and psychological health, but we will be dealing more of her wellness journey later. So it's much more on the physical aspect, on the physical self-care, that we will be talking about. So let's now proceed to the second question. Why do we need to take care of ourselves?
As I mentioned earlier, you will not be able to take care of others unless you take care of yourself. So it starts within you. So it's your responsibility. And of course, God has given you this life. You have to take care of your life, your well-being, and all the aspects as you mentioned. There are 7 pillars. from physical to mental, emotional, spiritual, and all these aspects. You have to take care of yourself. But unfortunately, I can say that people think that taking care of yourself is actually a luxury. But it's rather than a luxury, it's actually a priority. You have to prioritize, caring for yourself. It's not selfish to give time for yourself. Check if you're still okay. It's okay not to be okay, and because you are a human being. So there are, it's not like you are a robot, and even a robot, doesn't have feelings, doesn't have, emotions, but it breaks down. You have to fix it. So more of a human. I mean, we are human beings,
Much
and
more, no? Much more
much
sa ating
more.
human beings.
Because robots, they don't have emotions, they are just like created with some limitations. For us, there are a lot of aspects that for us to take care of, that sometimes we are in a way neglecting. But as you mentioned earlier, we are right now in a pandemic. We are in a situation that is, the virus is there, and if we don't take care of ourselves, of course, even the healthy person can get the virus. So at this time, we should, value more of our health. And this is a realization and a wake-up call to everyone, that we have to really take good care of our health, because this is the only way that we can fight this virus that is out there, this outbreak that is going on globally. It's not only here in the Philippines or here in UAE, but everywhere it's happening. So we have to really take care of ourselves.
Our body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. So we really have to take good care of our bodies, because sabi nga, it is a temple of the Holy Spirit, and that is according to 1 Corinthians 6 verses 19. So, binigay sa atin to, God gave this to us, so we really have to take good care of it. Okay. Now, Carmelinis, can you share to us what are the things that you do to take care of yourself?
Let's run through it. Sorry for that. Like for the physical aspect, physical, it's our body, getting enough sleep, eating healthy, choosing the food that we eat. Whatever we take in the body, it's it will later on show later on. I mean, and what else? Enough sleep. And then also we have to consult a doctor. As you mentioned earlier, we are not health practitioners, or we are not doctors, or we are not nurses. There are things that we cannot explain, and of course we have to consult our doctors to know our medical condition. And of course, if there's a need for you to take your medicines, vitamins, or anything, then we have to follow. And then we have the mental health. So for mental health, it's trying to know, not to know, but to learn new things, and try to explore, and don't limit yourself, and from learning new things. And then we have the other aspects like physical. That is something that we will be sharing with you later on. Physical, meaning exercise, and as I mentioned earlier, it's already sleep. And for spiritual, it's about your faith with God. And then we have social care or self-care. It's about building relationship, having time with your family and friends. Of course, no man is an island, so we have each other. You, me, as a sister, as a family, we need each other, especially during this pandemic. I have to emphasize that one, because we need each other for support, for the love, for the care, in order to surpass the situations that we're into. And these are some of the examples that I can share with you. These are just the everyday thing that you and me can relate to. So this is the way I take care of myself. Maybe there are others, like as you mentioned earlier in the introduction, that I'm into skincare, or just give other things like, of taking care of yourself. But these are just, me.
You have mentioned the pillars already, but just like I've mentioned a while ago, we will be concentrating on the mental and the physical aspect of self-care. Now, going back to the mental health care or the psychological self-care. Now, as for me, I agree with you on that aspect. Wherein, for me, kasi I really learned during this pandemic how to manage my stress, and I really did, or I really look for something of the things that I really enjoy doing. And I guess this year during the pandemic, when it comes to my mental or my psychological self-care, I connected with others, and I became sociable in a way. So, which led me to the birth of my YouTube channel. Regarding the weight loss journey, what is it all about?
I was a little already conscious about my weight since I was young. I was on the chubby side, but it's not really that, I was like really fat, but I'm big as a kid. So I'm always last in the line, but also a little chubby on this one. So I was a little already conscious about my weight since elementary, since then high school, and college, and then later on, as I work, overseas, I turn, on my 30s something age, then I realized that, I gained, so much that I became more conscious about my weight, and then I have to do something, and that, ended me, and, I realized actually that I have to do something, and, to lose weight. And in order for me to do that, I, started biking, road bike, swimming, and jogging as well. And I lost, it's not actually, immediately that I lost, but I lost 10 kg in less than a year, actually a few months I already, and then I consistently just maintain my weight. So I do these physical activities. I'm not a gym person, and but I do physical activities, and conscious of what I eat. Consistency, actually, it's more of consistency on this weight loss journey in order to maintain this goal.
May I ask her, Mininis, let's go back. Let's have a memory lane. Let's go back to the old times. How big is big? Can you show us some pictures, maybe?
In another phone, this is some of the photos that I am actually, if you see it clearly.
Okay, when was that?
This was taken, I believe, in Malaysia, and it was in 2000, let's say 2015, 14, 15.
Okay,
yeah, this is 20. Okay. This is a little less, I believe, but this is, I think in 2018, I believe, 18. And 18, 19, like that. And then when the pandemic started, then I started doing some workouts at home. Yeah, losing weight. So it's for me. This is for me what I weigh right now, or how you see me, is actually a consistent, action, a consistent, consistent action of, trying to maintain a certain weight, and that is actually my goal, to keep myself healthy and still balance. I don't starve myself, but I still do physical activity just to be on the fit side.
Okay, from what you have told us, I really want to reiterate this too. Okay, the first one you told us about, we should not be prescribing, or we should not be giving this and that when it comes to taking food, medicine, and what you're about to do with your body. First, you really have to consult with your doctor.
Exactly.
You really have consultation. Kasi what works for me might not work for you.
Mhm.
Probably because of we have a medical condition. For example, like for me, I cannot go on a diet na ako lang ang gumawa.
Mhm.
Diba? It should be, it came from a dietitian perhaps, a nutritionist. Because like, for example, I cannot go on a diet that I planned for myself only, without consulting any professional help or a professional expert on this, like the one I told you about nutrition, at nutritionist. Consult first with your doctor, and then once you have consulted your doctor and they had already gave you something like a diet plan, an exercise that you have to practice for yourself, just be consistent. And then the results will finally be there, no? If you're really very consistent and you're doing religiously what you have to do. I think at the end of the day, you will have a good and better results.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Carmininis, can you tell us about the struggles during the weight loss journey?
That's what actually I was about to add. But since you asked that question, actually, it's normal for any individual who wants to lose a little weight. It's not easy at first, because you have to first plan and schedule. Put a schedule on it, because you don't know when you will do it, or you will think, okay, I will do it later, and then later on, at the end of the day, you will not be you actually did not do it at all. So for me, it's I download apps that I use as a guide, and I do my research as well. What is appropriate, I believe, for myself, and I know already how much weight do I need to lose, according to, what my doctor told me. And, I don't do strenuous activities that, will really, that I cannot do. So there are limitations. So the struggles is like the time, because I do full-time job in the office. So when I go home, it's already late. So normally I do it, if I can squeeze it in at night or first thing morning, but first thing morning is not, because I am on the go and also on the weekend.
So when it comes to consistency, you really have to make time. Kasi if you don't make time, you will just be ending up making excuses. I will just do that next week. I will just do that siguro twice a week. And then suddenly, wala na.
My suggestion actually is choose the activities or the physical activities, like aside from exercise, there's yoga, there's Zumba. There are a lot of activities that you might be interested. For me, in my weight loss journey video, I show that I prefer among these three, biking or swimming or jogging. I prefer swimming. So this is the activities that I normally do consistently at least once a week, because swimming, it relaxes me, it calms me. How I love water, I can stay there for hours, and still it's a physical activity. And do something that you like doing, and find alternatives. If you don't do Zumba, maybe you will do something else, another physical activity that still you will move around and you will burn some calories. You will stay maybe you will keep your body fit. And exercising can make you feel good. Actually, you will feel happy and satisfied actually after doing some workout or even a physical activity, because it's still you move around.
So I guess you already have given your advice for us, to our audience. Make time, be consistent, and then you choose the activity that will be enjoyable on your part. Kasi if you really want or you really love doing what you do, you will really find that time to do that activity.
Find things that interest you the most.
Okay, with that, will you recommend having a fitness or a wellness journey, I guess?
So I think it's not recommend, but this is should be. I cannot, speak on others' behalf or others. It's really up to them. Actually, it's a goal. Actually, for me, staying fit. At my age, you just guess my age. You can comment down below what's my age, because actually it's a commitment to yourself, to God, and this is yourself. This is your life, and it's a matter of how you prioritize yourself. Plan of actually what you want to improve on, and it's really up to the person. So for me, there are a lot of aspects of self care, and you really have to make an appointment for yourself.
Yes.
Sit down, and when you realize, you have to analyze, think of like, okay, do I need to do this? This is for yourself. You're doing it for yourself, not for anyone else, but you're doing it for yourself. And it's not a luxury, it's a priority. You prioritize yourself more than anything else. You prioritize yourself in order to take care of others.
When you make an appointment for yourself, no, or for ourselves, it's like you have to sit down, talk to yourself, talk to your body. What do I need? What do I want to achieve? How will I take care of myself? Because no one else will take care of yourself but you. Okay, so
Exactly.
you really have to make an appointment for yourself from time to time. You have to check yourselves. We have to check ourselves. Okay. So right now, can you give us a code before we end our topic for tonight? What code can you give, or a message perhaps that you can give to our audience?
Actually, I'm wearing a shirt. Actually, what is actually mentioned there? Know your worth. Maybe this is actually,
Oh,
this is just you ask me. It's not actually scripted or anything, but it just so happened like, self care. And then I have this shirt, know your worth. So your worth is, it's not tangible. It's not, you cannot quantify it actually. You cannot, put numbers on it actually, because you are a gift. Your value is more than anything in this world. So life you cannot replace, health you cannot replace. Even if you are the richest in the world, but your health is very poor. So, it's not good. So, know your worth. And in my profile or in my bio in the Instagram account, in Carmeninis, it's mentioned there, be the best version of yourself.
okay. From that note, I would just like to add, no, it is not selfish to love yourself and to take care of yourself and to make your happiness a priority, because all of these things are necessary. And now, with that, Carmeninis, I would like to thank you for joining us this evening. It is
Yes,
very informative and an inspirational episode with you tonight. Okay, so with that, Carmeninis, once again, thank you for joining me tonight on my episode 4 here on my Small Talk with Me and IG series. Thank you, Carmeninis, for joining me. Now, before we end, I would just like to invite you to please follow me on my Instagram account. It's at TeamHope6920. Parang celebrity, no? 6920. My Facebook page, Team Hope Official, and my YouTube channel, it's Nadia Santos. So, before we end, I would just like to say thank you for all those people who joined us tonight. Karina, Alfred 3406, Masangkay, Jessil, Kenneth, tama ba? Jessil, Kenneth,
Yeah.
33999, si Kay Bre Buriano, Mrs. ZZL, sino pa ba? Shout out, Juro Cruz, Obsen, Johnny, Johnny, Ivan, ang hirap pala magbasa ng mga Lea Adriatico, Clary Lacuma, JP, ito yung mga students ko. Laninia Bianca, ito yung guest natin last Sunday. Writer. Arsal, Suduri, si Cheska Rendon, ito yung mga avid natin, talaga sumasama sa live. Han Dac Munoz, Bayleaf and Seven, Gym Philosophies, yan, and
I think you missed one. I think Hadi. That is Chef Hadi. That's all the way to UAE. So I just want to make shout out also to all the UAE peeps and I think they're not only from the UAE but also other parts of the world. So from Philippines to UAE and all parts of the world, I just, say hello to everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you once again, Carminis, for joining me on our episode 4 of Small Talk with Me, an IG series. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night. Stay safe. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Everyone. Thank you.